Ah, no, uy, que se me cae. Oh yeah.
AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Vale, tengo de todo pendiente. Si lo que voy a hacer ahora es... Voy a hacer un pequeño repaso y hablar con todos. Con todos. A ver. Primero con el Calo.
Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow.
You can drop the charts off the next time we're there.
Funny, a few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Every good space station needs a big lake. Maybe some fountains.
Indeed. Even non-amphibians need a little water. Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Helios won't be home so long as it's a threat.
The Angara live with it, and so can we.
And if every one of our colonists was an ace pilot, I wouldn't be worried. If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the Nexus for proof of that.
Vale, muy interesante. Voy a hablar con esta ahora. Esta es la que... tal y cual. A ver, tú, dime cosas.
The discovery of Aya was just what we needed, Ryder. The Angaran scientists have been so generous in sharing their wisdom. It's been amazing.
At least one of the first contact situations went well.
Right? The Ket. Habitat 7. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
Vale, ya está bien. No hay más que contar ya aquí.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Muy bien, he hablado con esta. Ahora voy a mirarme los correos. Toca póker. Ah, vale. Vale, ahora... Eso por un lado. Ahora tengo que ir aquí. ¿Aquí quién hay? Estación de equipamiento. Aquí no hay nada, ¿no? Vale. Estación de equipamiento, usar. ¿Aquí qué se puede hacer? Sí, lo de equipar. Voy a cargarme el Avenger. Normal y corriente. ¿Vale? Y le voy a poner... ¿Qué más quiero? Vale, vale. A ver, las misiones no me las quiero más. Vale. Aquí tengo que ir a hacer todo esto. Vale, tengo que hacer esto. Esto tengo que hacer. Voy a ir a hablar con la pibi. Que está aquí, ¿no?
No peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
¿Qué dices,
I thought you
loca?
said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So, thank you for retrieving that critical piece of REM tech, but kindly stop digging.
A ver. Vale, vale. No puedo evitarlo.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style.
Vale,
I
vale.
realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to know everything. But there's so much you can do that no one else can. It's safe to say that you, my friend, are one of a kind.
You've only scratched the surface. You have no idea what all I can do.
Ay, 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 ay.
No, but I have an active imagination. I look forward to being educated. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done.
Vale.
Come by, and I'll unveil it. Now, if you will, please leave me to my own devices.
Vale, vale. Tranquila, chica, no te enfades. En su apartamento del Nexus. Uy, uy, uy. Está aquí de tema, Bueno, vamos, vamos, vamos. Ahora voy a ir a hablar. A ver, esta es el Subi, Calo, la Pibi. Cora. Quiero ir a hablar con Cora. Saliendo a la derecha. Saliendo a la derecha.
You make of the Angara, Doc?
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon.
Uy, tiene aquí plantitas.
Can't tell if they have enough water or too much.
Muy interesante.
I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
So there's a heart soft as rose petals under that uniform.
Wow.
I got plenty under here, pal. Does the big bad Pathfinder have a soft spot too?
¿Dónde
They
vas?
might. For certain someones.
Good to know. We've all got our something.
Sí que se ha acercado, ¿no? Se ha puesto
I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andrómeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
It sucks, but it happened. We need your mind on the mission.
Always is. But I'm human too. Need time to find a way through. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
Vale, ¿ya se ha acabado?
That Archon. Arrogant son of a bitch. Maybe that's redundant for a cat.
It's damned lucky there was a path through the Scourge right there.
Yeah, we can't count on ever being that lucky again. So, what else is new?
Coño.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
Who'd pick a fight with the most powerful species in the galaxy?
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cults, rogue Ardat Yakshi, people demanding a withdrawal from the Citadel. The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems. Sometimes you need commandos for that.
After 4 years with Asari commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. You were in the Alliance before you became a Huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents, but we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andrómeda.
Ay, para conocerte,
I spent
tío,
years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
We needed to start over somewhere new together. Or as together as we could. So, Andrómeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Any more commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic prodigy. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing.
Oh,
Crushed
yeah.
a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder and making sure we're ready for a fight.
Más batallitas.
Any more commando war stories?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
¿Y alguien especial?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though.
Oye, oye, oye.
Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Oye, ahora que...
You're not technically military anymore.
Can't get anything past you, can I?
Bueno, pues adiós. ¿Larcasari?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder and making sure we're ready for a fight.
Adiós.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Adiós, Cora, aquí estaré. ¿Algo más?
Ryder,
Nada, adiós, adiós.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Muy bien, voy a ir a hablar con la pibi otra vez. ¿Esto qué coño es, tío? ¿Qué es este bicho tan asqueroso? Por si acaso me he dejado algo. Corre, corre, corre. A ver yo. La pibi está ahí. Hey pibi, dime algo que no sepa.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
How are you getting along with the team?
I'm keeping it light and pleasant. Even Lexi isn't exactly what I'd expected.
Vale.
And Joel,
Tengo que hablar con todos.
I'm learning what makes him tick. We're lucky to have an Angara with us. Asari can mate with all Milky Way species. I find myself wondering if that transcends galactic boundaries.
¿Cómo?
I'm certainly not looking to reproduce anytime soon, but he seems like a good guy. What do you think?
Are you trying to make me jealous?
Maybe.
You really won't tell me
¡Qué
what you're working on?
bueno!
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
Oy, 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 oy.
You mentioned you came to Andrómeda with someone?
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
A certain independence might be helpful. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
You're off the hook, BB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Me pasaré, pero ¿algo más para mí? No,
Aya is a wonder, Ryder, and the Angara are so interesting. I hope we make it back. I want to delve and explore and who knows what else.
We'll be back. We need the Moshai if we're to get into their vault.
Oh, I'm definitely sticking around long enough for that.
I like it when you flirt. I wouldn't want you to stop.
Have I flirted with you? Don't worry, Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes me.
Bueno,
Thanks for
adiós,
chatting.
adiós.
We'll talk again later.
You know it.
You know it, you know it. A ver si dice algo más. ¿Dice algo más?
Hey there, got a sec?
Sure.
¿Más flirteo?
I like it when you flirt. I wouldn't want you to stop.
Have I flirted with you? Don't
Vale,
worry,
venga.
Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes
Vale,
me.
adiós, adiós.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Vale, ahora voy a ir a hablar con... me quedan muchos tíos raros de estos. Vuelvo atrás. El Liam está allí, voy a hablar con Liam. Bueno, tendría que hacer cosas aquí. ¿Y este? Es el Jill. El terminal de compra-venta. A ver. Vender toda la chatarra. Plan. Confirmar intercambio. A ver. Vale, y ahora voy a comprar. ¿Qué puedo comprar? La piraña de nivel 7. ¿Pero esto qué es? Es una escopeta. Una clave de desciframiento de Lolita. Hostia, pues esto... Tengo 8000. Voy a comprarla. Munición criogénica. Voy a comprar. ¿Cuántas compro? Munición disruptora. Munición incendiaria. Condensadores de escudo. Sí, pero bueno, da igual.
Le voy a seguir a el salchicha. Si tú te pides una pechuga de pollo que hay ahí y el pollo para otro momento, ¿vale?
Vale, vale.
¿Tienes hambre?
Soporte vital extra.
¿Te pido las salchichas ya?
A ver, yo quiero... Mira, por ejemplo... armadura de fusión Kent. Activador proscrito. Matok M96. De integrador Kent. De la iniciativa. Esta la puedo vender. La Avenger M81 la puedo vender. La Avenger M81 no puedo vender. La Charger no. La Disciple. Esto es una pistola o una escopeta. Una pistola. Una escopeta. Una omnicuchilla. La Predator. Esta vale... Esto es una pistola también. Regulador de Medigel, armadura explorador Angara. Señor Angara, aspirador proscrito. Armadura de iniciativa. Esto no lo quiero para nada. Esto no lo quiero para nada. Elemento cero. No. Platino, titanio. Cargador reserva escopeta. Cañón pistola. Material militar francotirador. Mira de exploración, francotirador 3. Mira de ejecutor de calibrado de escopeta. Mira de fusil de asalto. Una de estas. Cargador pistola. Cañón de escopeta. Una de estas. Cañón de escopeta. Culata de fusil de asalto. Mira de francotirador. Mira de francotirador. Mira de fusil de asalto. Cadmio, filamentos de revestimiento, fluorita, iridio, litio, níquel. Aleación quieta, aluminio, cobre, fibras de escama, grafito, hierro, lata de omnigel, magnesio, placas, polímero, quitina, silicio, solicitud de armadura de Liam. Ah, pero esto ya lo he hecho, ¿no? Vale, soporte vital, filamentos de iridio, aleación. Podría comprarme una escopeta o algo, no sé. Piraña de nivel 7. Esto es una escopeta.
A ver, ¿te pido las salchichas ya?
La ciclón de nivel 7. Daño, nada. La Phalanx. Daño 115. A ver. La Matok. Esto es un fusil de asalto, pero esto no me hace ninguna falta, ¿verdad? 38,73. Hostia, pues esta es muy buena, ¿eh? Esta no la vendo, ¿no? La Avenger. Ah, pero este se dispara de uno en uno. Estas las vendo, las dos. La Charger. 22. Esto es una pistola. La compro. Y la Charger la vendo. Y la bicicleta, la omnicuchilla y la Predator también la vendo. Y la piraña es una escopeta. Coño, 422 de daño, ¿eh? Vale 4000. No tengo ninguna escopeta yo para vender. Un buen pedito, muy suavemente.
No. Suavemente no.
¿No? Ah,
Para nada suave.
¿no es suave? Pido un suave toque de vaselina
No.
para el ano del marrano.
¿Verdad, papá?
¿Qué?
Tenía que ser ahora.
Ha sido sin querer, se me ha escapado. ¿Dónde está?
Tenía que decirlo en público.
No importa, somos amiguitos. Somos compañeros. Esto es periodismo. ¿Dónde está la escopeta que yo llevo? Yo tengo una escopeta que no la... Esta, la disciple. Ah, esta hace 546 y esta hace 432. No me hace ninguna falta. Oh, no. Esta, cadencia, cargador, precisión, esta más precisión, peso, esta pesa más. Pues ya está, no, confirmar intercambio. ¿Qué hago? Voy a comprar munición incendiaria. Voy a comprarme munición de esta. Y de esta también. Paquete de aceleración. Esto también lo cojo. Soporte vital extra. Bien. No se puede casar. Vale, pues ya está, confirmar intercambio. Sí. Vale. Vale, ahora me vengo aquí. Control de estado de PVA. Y hago. Tengo una recompensa por cobrar. Técnicos de laboratorio. Esto puedo hacerlo. Desplegar bloque de criogenia. Cápsulas militares. Fuerzas especiales. Vale. Cobrar recompensas. Vale, esto ya lo he hecho. Ahora esto, aquí, a ver. Esto de los equipos de asalto. Esto ya lo haré, Ahora voy a hablar con el Liam. Liam, cuéntame cosas.
Pathfinder. Sorry, distracted. Feels like things should be on hold until the Moshai business is squared away. It's the neighborly thing to do. And we need good neighbors.
Me interesas tú, no. Me interesas tú, no. Adiós.
We'll talk later.
No. Vale.
I know it.
Muy bien. Vale. Ahora voy a hablar con los pavos de abajo. ¿Vale? Tengo habilidades. Cora tiene 2 puntos. Este tiene 2 puntos. Betra tiene 14 puntos, tío. Hostia. Vamos a ver. Me quedan 2 puntos. Drag. ¿Cuántos tiene Drag? 14 también. Pibi tiene 5, ¿no? Y Liam tiene 14. Vale, ya está. Inventario, a ver. Materiales biológicos. Fibra de escama. Investigación. Armadura. Oh, tío, ¿qué haces? ¿Por qué me ha hecho esto? Bueno. Inventario. Amplificador biótico. Escopeta disciple por 3. Escopeta katana 266 182. Francotirador incisor. Este. Raptor. Este está muy bien. Ya, este es el que yo quiero. Viper 3. ¡Hostia! Este hace mucho daño, tío. ¿Y ese cuánto hace? Este. Widow. Hostia, este más aún. Avenger. Este ya lo tengo. Mado. Hombre cuchilla. Pistola Carnifex. Phalanx. Predator. Jugador biótico. No. $619, eso no está mal, pero había uno por ahí. Ghost X5. Pau. Este es de nivel 7 de eso. Forking. Tal, este es el que yo tengo, pero planos del Nova, impulso mejorado. Generación de escudos, soporte vital. Códice, el viaje hasta ahora, una tripulación sin igual. ¿Qué tengo de inventario que no haya visto? Vale, ahora yo quisiera... Bueno, voy a hablar con el capullo este. Este me va a hacer ahora, me va a hacer la puñeta. Misión de los equipos de asalto. Venga, vamos a hablar con este, venga. ¿Quieres jugar a las cartas tú o qué?
Long time no chat. What's up? Are you sure you can keep the Scourge damage under control?
Never seen anything like the Scourge. What it does to our tech. It's keeping me on my toes, but that's when I do my best work. In a way, I guess I'm grateful.
Well, you're welcome.
Don't do me any favors. Don't worry, Ryder. You're in good hands.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. Kibi's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? You calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait, how about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it. What about Callow?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
We're leaving it at that, then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
No.
Can't say I have.
Well, let me tell you, it's tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation, imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Anytime. Bueno, vamos a ver lo de la partida esa. Con Gil en el Vortex. Del Nexus. Ah, del Nexus. Vale, ahora voy a ir a... ¿Arriba quién hay? Arriba no hay nadie, ¿no? Sala de reuniones, videoconferencia. Hostia. Tendría que subir arriba. Bueno, pues voy a subir. No hay llamadas disponibles. Vale. Por si acaso. Vale, me voy a ir hacia abajo. A hablar con los dos pavos que hay por ahí abajo. Aquí no hay nadie más ya, ¿no? ¿O sí? No hay nadie por aquí. Tiene el otro. A ver. Y aquí que no hay nadie. Aquí ya no hay nadie más. Y aquí está Vetra, Sam, Lexi, Drac y Jal. Sí, tengo que bajar abajo. Tengo que bajar abajo. Entonces, para bajar abajo... Salto por aquí.
And you both have biotics.
Voy a hablar con este. Hey, Jal, ¿qué fas?
Haxul is very cunning. We can't underestimate him.
Haxul.
My mothers are worried sick about the cousins that joined
¿Mis
him.
madres? Háblame de ti.
What's your story, Jal? Tell me about yourself.
Why?
Well, why wouldn't you? You hiding something?
Maybe. That would only make sense.
I was born on Earth, third planet of the Sol system in the Milky Way.
I was born on Haval, our most ancient homeworld. We believe so, anyway.
Moved to Aya first chance you got?
I lived there because of the Vassal. It's a privilege to work on Aya, so we have a lottery to share it.
Aya reminds me of Earth, a little. I'll show you vids sometime. I want to learn more about your species.
What would you like to know?
How long have you had electromagnetic capabilities? How did they evolve?
No idea. Biology doesn't interest me, but I'm sure you can easily read up on it.
That's disappointing. No biology at all?
How do your eyeballs work?
Okay, I get your point. Maybe I can find an Angara doctor to ask about your... whatever.
Although, I used to know some facts, like the origins of our vestigial organs.
Oh yeah, humans have a coccyx, a vestigial tail, and I have webbed toes, just a couple, but Sarah doesn't. And she had wisdom teeth, but I didn't. Now you.
No idea.
The Angara seem so open and free with their feelings.
Are we? But certainly not ashamed of our feelings. We're taught that feelings and beliefs should live on the outside, where they can be dealt with, honestly and openly.
Don't people get hurt?
Of course. Then everyone deals with it. That's the point.
How many colonies do you have? On what planets?
Since the Scourge, we've managed to survive on a small number of planets. What we know from before the Scourge is mostly oral history. We did have spaceflight, and the stories tell of 5 original colonies.
Is there a central Angaran religion?
There are many variations. An almanac could give you an accurate number. But if you're a believer, the essential tenet is, after we die, we are reincarnated. We evolve to make our families strong, born from what was before, blessed to be better than before.
Are you a believer?
No. Yes. Sometimes. I don't know if it's the same for humans. Sahuna, my true mother, is a firm believer.
You studied with Moshe Sefa. Is she a teacher or a religious figure?
She's many things. She's a clear thinker with deep knowledge and insight. She teaches and inspires. She is beloved. I love her.
Really? So one of those professor-student things?
No, not that way. Moshe Sefa is 115 of your years old.
Well, enough about that. Can you tell me more about the Ket occupation?
It's a difficult subject. I'll answer what I can. I may get emotional.
What's living under the Ket been like for you?
Do you really want to hear about these things? They're painful.
I asked, didn't I?
It's like living on unstable ground. Every day brings more horrible news. I part company with someone not knowing if I'll ever see them again. When I was a boy, my father vanished from my life. One horrible day.
Was he in the Resistance?
No. He was a technician at a mine. He went to work and didn't come home. That happens for an Angara child somewhere, every single day.
When the Ket came, why didn't you fight?
They didn't give us a reason to. Until they did. Then it was too late. Perhaps you think we were weak. But the Ket are ruthless. They are masters at knowing exactly when and how to strike.
I get that, believe me. Have the Ket always been here?
No. Some, like the Moshai, are old enough to remember the time before the Ket. But I don't. Nor do my mothers.
And the Archon came with them?
We think so. Resistance intel on that is unclear, and few have seen him in person.
And lived to tell?
And lived to tell.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Fuerte y astuto. Muy bien. Vale, ya. Voy a volver a preguntar a ver si me salen más líneas de diálogo. Tengo que anular, gastarlas todas, porque no avanza la cosa. ¿Algo
A
más?
few more questions, if that's okay.
Well, we won't know till we try.
No hay preguntas, vale.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Vale. Con este ya he hablado. Ahora voy a hablar con... ¿No estaba por aquí el otro? Lo he visto. Aquí está aquel.
You know, there was a time when Sid was afraid of
Boa
space.
de la tripulación.
We were traveling a lot, and one day she just woke up and realized there was nothing outside the shuttle walls. Happened more than once. She'd panic. I'd hold her, for as long as it took. She doesn't even remember now. It was only for a month or two.
Funny, huh? The things they don't remember.
And you feel like it's up to you to hold on to it, or else it's...
Vetra, Sam, Lexi. ¿Quién es Lexi? Ese es el Yal. ¿Y Lexi quién es? Este es Drac. ¿Quién es
And
Lexi?
there's just something there that you know you're missing.
Drac?
Just hold on to it.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Happy to have you, Dr. Tapero.
I'll do my best.
Una
Now,
doctora nueva.
hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the
Vale, vale.
positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here,
What?
a Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Eres una caja de sorpresas.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe.
Ya está
Oh.
invitando a la cena.
Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your
Vale.
type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. We were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Espera, no te vayas, que no hemos acabado de hablar. ¿Dónde vas? No me deja hablar más. Ah, sí. A ver, dime más cositas. Esa
So we have a
faldita...
stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Veamos.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Gil?
Venga, uno por
Gil
uno.
likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head on.
Suvi okay?
Suvi's strong sense of faith keeps her grounded. I'm not spiritual, but there's a beauty in how her mind rationalizes religion and science.
Oy, oy, oy,
How's
oy.
Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's we can't lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
How's Cora doing?
Cora's commando training makes her think Asari have all the answers. Just because we live longer doesn't mean we can't screw up. It just means we have more time to make mistakes.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Salarian. Ah, ya, el... ese
Is Drac
Drac,
good?
Drac.
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Drac can take care of himself.
You'd think so.
A esta le gusta el drag, le gusta...
Is Jarl doing okay?
He's adjusting. The rest of us have at least some understanding of each other's cultures. But to Jarl, we're all outsiders. It's a lot to take in. I'd say he's doing pretty well.
Vale.
Thanks for the insight. How did you get into medicine?
Venga,
My
sigamos.
mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andrómeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this. How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
I ran across another memory fragment. Dad made Sam for Mom, to cure her. I knew that was part of it, but...
You didn't know it was the driving force.
He gave up everything trying to save her.
You didn't realize how important his family was to him?
I guess not.
Maybe that's what he wanted you to see.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Vale, voy a volverlo a intentar a ver si tiene alguna cosa más. Está haciendo reconfiguración. ¿Esto qué coño es? ¿Qué es esto? ¡No!
Feeling okay?
¿Algo más? Nada, vale.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Vale, ahora me falta hablar con aquellos dos locos. Pad de datos, caminar. Aquí tienen que estar esto, ¿no? Esto que... voy a hablar con esta. Venga. Vete.
Terraforming, Atmo processors,
Vete.
gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles.
Bueno,
We
toma.
really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
Someone had to know. Maybe they just didn't tell us.
Did your father?
I'm not sure.
I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Like you said, we had no idea what Helios was really like. What good's a plan?
Adapting to problems as they come up. I like that.
Good. Since you're probably gonna have front row seats to me winging it.
Looking forward to the show.
A ver, como tunista de iniciativa.
How did you hear of the Andrómeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
Have anyone else here with you, besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. And again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Vale, volvamos a hablar a ver si tiene algo más que decirme. Vetra, ¿qué me dices?
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
Nada más.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find
Me
me.
queda el Drac. Drac, tú, bola de Drac, ven aquí.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
A ver.
What's it like to have Cash as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her, too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Cash?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Did Lexi brief you on SAM and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comm, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the Ryder name, I'll bet.
Almost. Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
How did you and Vetra meet?
That's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
I have no problems believing that.
Yeah, she told me off good. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going, self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of corkcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
1000 años.
Skill?
¿Cómo?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket, or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
There's just something wrong about the Ket. The absolute single-mindedness.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire?
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. So I pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
Más consejitos.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Ascendant. Keep your distance. Don't let them get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Keep your distance. Shoot them in the red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Puntos carnosos, mira, eso es bueno saberlo.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Vale, ya se repite. Batallitas.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Fuera. Ya hablaremos luego.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Vale.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Pues sí. Vale, pues ya he hablado. A ver, a ver. Ha salido una
Dead is a nice little piece of paradise the Angara have. Wouldn't mind seeing it again.
We will. We need access to their vault, so rescuing the Moshai is a priority right now.
I can work with that. Bet that Moshai of theirs has some interesting stories to tell.
Vale, ya hablaremos luego.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
¿Algo más?
Hey,
Dice,
We can talk more later.
sure.
Yo. Muy bien. Bueno, pues ya está. Me falta hablar con Sam. Que está aquí. Y esto es el Camacho del Pionero. Vale, voy a ver si puedo entrar. No, pero esto es donde está la medita esta. Para allá. Este es mi camarote, ¿no? Aquí tengo yo. Terminal de correo electrónico. Por si te interesa. Ya solo tiene que Sam.
Hello, Scott. Meeting with the Angara is truly historic.
I'll say.
My only comparison is Alec Ryder's experience in the First Contact War, a time of uncertainty and cultural misunderstanding. We are arguably in a similar time, yet your encounter was peaceful. I can see what humanity has learned.
Eso es una escala. Ah, joder, tío. Bueno.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor. Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
¿Entre qué?
Let's say, hypothetically, I was out sick the day they taught quantum... embezzlement communism.
Via entangled subatomic particles, it's possible to conduct secure and instantaneous communication across great distances. It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Vale.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Vale, pues ya está.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Ahora, tengo más cositas por aquí para mí. Final de correo. Yo tengo un armario, de ropa, ¿no? Eso está aquí, ¿no? Ropero, a ver. Mangas largas, mangas cortas. Aquí está. Color automático. Colores personalizados. Así está guay, ¿no? voy a poner color automático. El color de la pechera. Vale, ¿qué más me queda por aquí? Música, paso de música. Holografía del planeta. Viabilidad planetaria de EOS del 80%. De Boel 31%. De Hubble. Hubble del 120%. 200. Bueno, pues aquí se acaba este capítulo de charla con la tripulación. Ha sido muy entretenido.